Alright guys, we are in Automobilista 2, and depending on when this video goes up, I've just literally come out of R Factor 2, the British touring cars. I downloaded their Q4 content, which is quite decent actually. They had the BMW touring car in there. They also had the Croft circuit, right? So I've just come out of that and straight into AMS2. So kind of a back-to-back comparison on the physics, the feel, and all of that, but different cars, of course, right? So I've literally just come out of the pits in this, and this is the new Chevy Group C. It's been added to AMS2, and we're at the well, relatively new to AMS Indianapolis. So I'm familiar with this from ACC, of course. ACC have Indianapolis in the GT3s, in the American SRO GT3 series. So I am familiar with Indy and the layouts. This one's a slightly different layout, of course, but yeah, I'm familiar with it. So like I say, a back-to-back comparison. So let's just maybe get some laps on the board in this car, and the sound is incredible. Braking at the 500 yard or meter or whatever it is here, probably yards actually. Just being a Group C, it doesn't have, well, it's going to be carrying a lot more speed into the corners. Bit understeery. It's a little bit understeery, but well, it is what it is. It's my first time driving the car here, of course, so the lap is not going to be too quick, but really one thing that stands out for me is the feedback information I'm getting on the front and the rear axle of this car is really good. Now, if anyone watched that British touring car video that I done on R Factor that was released a little bit earlier in the week, you'll see that I did make comment that the force feedback, particularly on the front axle, was a little bit vague. And I stand by that. Having come into AMS2 now, there's a huge difference. For the better in AMS2, I have to say. I can feel the front when it's understeering. I don't know how much by. I can feel the back really well. It's all sliding four-wheel drift. Yeah, now I'm purposely just driving it a bit on the edge here, just to feel how controllable this thing is at the limit. This is not easy. But it is informative, that's the thing. Some people say, oh, AMS2 is too easy. Like, this is not easy, but like, yes, I'm able to catch the car easier than other sims, but the reason for that is because the force feedback is so direct. I have to be honest. Like, you can still overcook it like this, but I'm never in a doubt really as to what's going on with the car, both on the front and the rear axle. Like, you can see the car getting out of shape, but you can see how quickly I'm reacting to it. So yes, I mean, if I react that quick, it's going to behave a little bit. It's given me the information needed to keep the thing on the edge, and even above the edge, to be honest. Fucking hell. And still, still you can lose it, but wow, wowzers. I have to say, let's just return to the box, and yeah, I have to say, guys, right? Let's just look at the replay and unpack this. I have to say that the quality of the force feedback on this is, you know, sometimes you forget how good it actually is. And I've been away from sim racing for a while. And I did, like I said, I did jump into R Factor 2 just before doing this video, and yeah, I thought the force feedback there was good. There was plenty going on, but this is, I have to say, and I'll get flamed for this, I know I will, but the feedback and the information this gives you, it's probably one of the best. It's probably one of the best in sim racing like this in ACC in terms of the information it gives you as a sim racer, as a driver. You can feel the weight shift, and you can feel when the front of it's going to go. You can feel it grip back up again. Just the minuteness of it. You're never in doubt as to what the car is doing. Never in doubt. Yeah, I'm actually speechless in many respects. Because, like I say, I've just come out of R Factor 2, and R Factor 2 is really fun. You know, great AI, great race with the touring cars. They have their AI calibrated way better than AMS2, it has to be said, right? But I know that's a work in progress, I guess. But in terms of the force feedback, I've said it before, like AMS2, I've never any doubt as to what I need to do with the steering wheel. And you could still overcook it, of course. But yeah, the car itself, the Chevy, the Group C here, a lot of fun to drive. It does feel old, like it is old, obviously, but it does feel its age. One thing I did notice with it is it does take a little bit. Well, it feels this way at least. It takes a bit extra to get the thing to brake. And the speed of it when you're driving it gives you a false sense of downforce, that there's more downforce than there actually is. The rear is as you'd expect on one of these cars, right? Not a little bit crazy, but you can deal with. One thing I noticed as well, if you do overdrive the front and chuck it in, it has a tendency to kind of like nose in and then drift out again. But again, like I say, the feedback, you know exactly when that's happening. You know how much by. You just wait for it to grip up, and then once it grips up, you can kind of snap the back around a little bit with throttle. Yeah, it's a nicely balanced car, a really nice car to drive. Will take you a lap or two to get warmed up to, particularly on a track like this with heavy braking areas. That will just take a little bit of adjustment. Now I've been missing apexes all over the place here, so I'm not one to tell you how to drive this track or anything, but as a car, it will just take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, excellent stuff from Risa. Really nice car, great track. Yeah, give this a drive, and yeah, I can't wait to get into some Group C races with it and see how it actually stacks up against some AI. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching again, and yeah, like I say, give this a drive. You won't be disappointed.